EBRD's annual meeting kicked off in Samarkand. Within 3 days, Samarkand will host over 2,000 guests from 17 tourist states. The 3-day event will include over 50 panel discussions, partner sessions, high-level events, press conferences, banks, institutional events, and others. International trade, the development of renewable energy sources, support for small and medium-sized businesses, the importance of digitalization for expanding markets, the implementation of the EBRD's Green Cities program, and the prospects of the regional economy are all in the spotlight of the event's discussion. In between the sessions, we have talked to a couple of experts about those hot topics that are being discussed at the forum. As you may know, the theme of the event is sustainable development. Why is it important to raise this topic? We got the comment on that from one of the experts in the field. And my first question will be, what are some innovative projects that EBRD is showcasing in this event?
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to have an interview with you. We are working together very well. And I would like to showcase the renewables sector projects that EBRD is doing. For example, EBRD has been instrumental in introducing in Uzbekistan the legislation, the possibility to have wind generation through international tenders. So I'm very proud as an EBRD person, and also for Uzbekistan, that when we opened the tender, this resulted in having record low prices for Uzbekistan, for the Uzbek people, and very reliable investors being attracted to the country to come and deliver these projects. At the end of the day, as we are very responsible for our work and we take into account the environment very seriously, a big innovation besides bringing this new product, the competitive tenders and the low prices as a result, we're very proud that, we are introducing technologies with turbines that are smart. So when the wildlife, when bird life, when migrating species go through the parks, there are going to be sensitivity cameras identifying the birds and stopping the flaps, making the cycle. So it's so important that, we manage without compromising the quality of the generation, of the generated electricity, to protect the environment very effectively. So that's it. Thank you.
How does EBRD support the private sector in Uzbekistan? What is the role of private sector?
The support of private sector is in the EBRD DNA, in the sense that we are set up as an institution to support private sector development in all our countries, not only in Uzbekistan. So here in Uzbekistan, we started supporting the private sector, introducing all our products, all our possibilities. First, we started with trade, so we have been supporting the companies of Uzbekistan through, a guarantee product, giving them our credit rating to export their products in competitive markets, Europe and further. And then we started working with the banks to give credit lines to the banks to support small and medium enterprises that are clients of these commercial banks in Uzbekistan, state and private sector banks. And we also have an independent approach where we go out in the market and we find private sector clients, SMEs from Uzbekistan, that are eligible to EBRD financing, and we support them by either sometimes providing technical assistance, expertise, so that they become better, competitive, more modern in their way of operations, as well as providing the finance for them to become stronger and address the local market development needs. So that's how we do it, and we've done a lot.
What do you think is the role of private sector in sustainable development?
In sustainable development, both private and public sectors are very important. If whatever we do as an institution is aligned of the theme of sustainable economy. Sustainable economy can be many different things. It can be sustainable from an environmental, let's say, perspective, so the environment of the country is respected, nature is not affected negatively by something that we do. This is one sustainability element. But there are also the economic sustainability elements. So we invest in projects, for example, that benefit companies to become stronger, being able to adjust and adapt and face economic challenges from international markets. There may be currency issues, with devaluation or something. How can a local company face? So that is part of the sustainability agenda that we have, trying to find ways, for example, to lend in local currency rather than in foreign currency. For companies that produce and sell here and they don't generate US dollars, we don't lend them in US dollars. We try to keep them comfortable in the local currency. That helps their sustainability. Also, we try to help the sustainability by improving their techniques, by improving their know-how, by providing advisory services to make companies stronger so that employment is more stable, environment is more stable, business environment as well as physical environment. So this is what we try to do. There is not any EBRD project that is not compatible with some, at least, the larger the number, the better, some at least of the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
Talking about sustainable development, are there any challenges that EBRD faces when implementing this?
Yeah, there are some challenges. Challenges is just to educate and change mentality in some of the sectors, with some of the companies. Just to give you an example, because water here is almost free in usage for agriculture, and the cost is very low. Or the rivers are flowing next to are still flowing next to power plants that are taking this water to cool their turbines and without treating the water, because this is at no cost. So we have seen this an issue. So when we try to do sustainable development, and we are starting to work with such companies in this environment, we need to educate. We need to convince them that this is for their benefit. And becoming sustainable is not a cheap option. They have to invest. They have to invest in what? In technologies that will treat this water, in technologies that will not have emissions in the environment. So we need to convince people that are sometimes only prioritizing the cost of the money and from an accounting perspective what is more profitable or not. We need to convince them for the longer picture, because if they don't adjust, then they will just close in the future. So they have to adjust, they have to modernize. So it is a process that we're very happy to do. And I'm very pleased to say that although we're starting from the environment I just mentioned, in reality, we are at the same time we meet people that are ready to make these changes. So it's not that it is difficult, it's not easy either. It is just a process. So we are working together, we hold the hand of our clients, and we do these things together with them. So the environment is conducive. It will take time, but we're getting there.
What are your forecasts? Do you think there is a positive outcome in the end of this event?
Look, this event is in itself is an event, a publicity event. It sends a strong message to the internal and also the external market players about the readiness of the country to accept foreign investment or local investment and be for businesses that are interested in the competitive sectors of the economy, and these are so many, to come in and produce the goods they have, the services they imagine to improve the life of the people and also improve employment. So basically we are telling the world with this event that EBRD is here. We have a lot of investors. We have almost 3,000 participants that they hear about Uzbekistan. They see this building. They see people like you. They see what Uzbekistan is all about. And they are now, we understand, they are readier. They put Uzbekistan higher in the list of priorities. So we hope that with this meeting that we are organizing here in the beautiful city of Samarkand, we will be very successful in attracting more people and have better economic results for the country.